And speaking of Inauguration Day, thousands of people are expected to make their way to D.C. this weekend ahead of Inauguration Day. And as you can imagine, that means hotel rooms are competitive when it comes to prices. Jess Arnold looked into the availability and the pricing to give us an idea of the impact to the district and on the visitors' wallets as well. She joins us now live from outside the Moxie in Northwest D.C., a little more than half a mile away from the White House. Good morning. What's the availability looking like and how are those prices?
Yeah, good morning, Wisdom. Now, it's very limited here, according to Booking.com. That site shows that there are only 2 rooms left here for the weekend, and they're about $675 on average per night. And it's a similar story for a lot of the hotels that are in this cluster here near the White House. We have a map here to show you some of those. Now, to give us a baseline, as I researched, I set the dates from Saturday through Tuesday for 2 adults. I checked the websites of Embassy Suites, Grand Hyatt, the JW Marriott, and Willard nearby, and none of them show a room available for these dates. So let's head to Booking.com to show what is available. First of all, there's a notice at the top of the site saying 74% of places to stay are unavailable for these dates. So for those making last-minute plans to come into D.C. for Inauguration Day, they'll be hard-pressed to find options. As we scroll down, you see only 2 rooms left at this price, only 7 rooms left, only 6 rooms left, and there is quite a range of prices. A little farther out from downtown, I'm seeing a couple room options averaging $365 a night, up to almost $2,000 a night. Now, just as a point of comparison, here's what Expedia is showing. $474 a night, even in Arlington, $276 a night in Silver Spring, and also very limited availability in the district. Now, I checked Airbnb as well, and there are still some options there if you prefer to go that route. But moral of the story is, if you're planning to stay in D.C. this weekend for Inauguration Day or for any other reason, it's likely going to be expensive if you can find a spot. Always good to get farther away from the city to maybe have more options. And of course, we're expecting it to be crowded here as some folks come into town for Inauguration Day on Monday. Wisdom.
All right, Jess Arnold reporting. Thank you, Jess.